And welcome to the most anticipated night of the week. It is the Four Color Fossils, and we have Gratu Orloff, Meyer Greenblatt, Captain Strangelife, Eric Breen. We hope to be joined by Spinner Rack Studios a little later, and we can't wait to see who's all in the chat. Unlike last week when I was just so excited, I just bypassed the chat right away. Let's see who I got. Recess. This is the best show on the net. Why, thank you, Recess. Something tells me he's a 4-point grade average. Name like Recess. Here's Scott. Sup? Missing Mars. Hello, friends of the old fossils. Michael Taylor, always very faithful. Welcoming everybody. Good to see you, Michael. And Missing Mars welcoming Michael, and Scott's welcoming everybody. Went to the Dr. Dave because I was good. I went to the comic shop in the big city and got tons of comics. Well, good. Even if you were a bad fella, go get some comics. That'll help straighten your life out. Here's Metarog. Tons. Did you have a semi? Metarog must have taken a wrong turn. He can't find the stage here. Dollar boxes equals 10. Oh, I can't do this math. Someone else will have to do that. 175 comics are heavy. I agree. Hello, Metalrog. Here's Fireball. Hello, Fireball. Lead Paint joining us. Here's Gary. Hi, everyone. And here's Comic Book Curator. Hello, everyone. Foofs is it needs to be trademarked soon. I don't know. Hello, Lead Paint. Missing Mars is welcoming Gary. And here, Paulo's made another wrong turn with Metalrog. I don't know what these guys are doing over there. Fireball. Michael Taylor again. All right. Yeah, it is good to watch the show. I agree. More welcoming. We're almost getting ready to start. All good. Metalrog's coming in late. And Maranya's here. Good evening to all the four color fossils and friends of old fossils. Foofs. There's the definition. Mash it up, graphic man. I just did all the video work. Comic book curator. Missing Mars. And I can't play this video in Russia. Gratu had that experience the other day. Here's Easy Comic Reader. Hello, Easy. And we're almost getting ready to start. More welcoming. Princess Potter Collector. Hello, everyone. Hey, Comic Book Curator's daughter. Y'all behave out there. Here's Dr. Von Chilla. Hello, Doctor.
Hey, Doc.
Hopefully you can watch the rest of this on the rewind. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Eating dinner. Yes. The Jackson Roy Kirk. Metalrog hasn't abandoned us, but Jambo had. He's on assignment tonight. Yes, Van Halen, comic book curator. And I see Ranger Sly. Hello, Ranger. Okay. We're going to get started any second now. Just don't want to miss anybody. Poison Elvis. What's up, kiddies? Hello there. Welcoming Dr. Von Chilla, Easy Comic Reader. Mastodon. I remember when Mastodon made an appearance on this show not too long ago. It's good to see you, Mastodon. Easy Comic Reader. And Eric Bean has slipped into the crowd. Amazing. Yes. All right. Did anybody want to go first? Captain, I didn't know if you were having to duck out of here early.
No, I can wait a bit. I got a few things that I gotta decide what I'm gonna show. I got something I gotta open up in the meantime.
Okay. An unboxing right here live. Gotham City. Jeff and I are watching. Good. Should be getting a package from Gotham any day now. I'm driving Metalrog. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. And Hans has changed his name and avatar. Amazing. Unless that's not you, Captain.
What's that? What were?
Up there. Is that you?
Oh, Hans Strange Life. Oh, how did that get on there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Whatever. It's not what I put in. I put in Captain Strange Life.
Jambo is having to work late. And here is Missing Mars. And I'm going to do that little ... So I will know where to start. It's an old Indian trick I've learned recently. All right. Okay.
From Rodney, huh?
Oh, yes. I taught him everything he knows, and then he turned around and taught me that. Okay. We'll start with a little Swordman in the Sky.
I have that same paperback, Micah.
You do. They mention
Yeah.
in the style of Edgar Rice Burroughs, but then they don't have any Edgar Rice Burroughs story. So here's some pulps. Here's the astounding science fiction. The first satellite.
Those are from the 50s, weren't they?
Yes,
So
sir.
Yeah.
Look at that sci-fi. He's got television way out there. And you can read all about this forbidden love. And then you must murder her. It's very inconvenient.
And learn how to do it too.
You know those stores they have for the big and tall men, so
Yeah.
there you go. All right, but enough of that goofing off. A couple weeks ago, I showed you guys Walt Disney Comics number 79 and 81. I was really bummed that I didn't have number 80 to go between them, and now I do. So
Very nice.
it's a little washing machine action.
Splish splash, they were taking a bath.
All about a Wednesday night. These boys are waiting for the tree to be planted. That's Tony Strobel on the cover art there. But here's some Carl Barks for you.
Classic.
More Carl Barks. This is really science fiction because he does revive some people from Persia, and then they dissolve. If I just gave away the spoiler, so that's sci-fi. If you never can't pick that up, then you can get the Gladstone album, probably a whole lot cheaper, and printed a more vibrant paper, by the way. So here's showed this to Gratu a couple weeks ago. Just now getting to show it here. Little Charlton action. And one of my favorite TV shows. I'm really happy to get this. One item 12.
I think that was right after Route 66 that guy did that, isn't it?
I don't know, but you can tell Jack Webb all throughout that. Here's Supergirl.
There was a comic book episode of Adam 12 where some kid was throwing their dad's Golden Age comics over the fence or something, and they were kind of surprised about what the comics were worth. But the guy got his comics back.
Oh, good. Here's Thor Annual 9. Al Milgrom artwork. Did not have that till just now. Picked up this great little hardback, Voodoo.
That's the same thing that I got. I showed that last week.
You did?
Yeah.
That's great.
Now I got to go look at that again.
Eric Breen said he had to check to see if he had that, remember?
Chamber of Chills. More Chamber of Chills. Witch's Tales. I think they just gave him the booster and that. I know my crowd on it.
Yeah.
All right, one more Witch's Tales.
That's a great cover. I have that particular one.
And I don't know if you can make it out behind me, but baffling, and our thumbnail was based on chilling. There we go. No one wants to see me. There we go. And then above them are the little action figures that I got from Gotham City Comics. I'm going to be taking a better image of this on Instagram. So, but I've got those in a little bitty flea market case. So
That's pretty cool.
All right, let's see. We might go to Meyer after that. I'm going to find my ... Somebody in the chat should point it out to me.
Yeah, look for the dots.
Yeah. Getting close. How does Rod do this so effortlessly? There we go.
It's Riker right there.
And Jackson helped me out. Swordmen and undies. Hey, Sig Badger. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. In the style of is literal equivalent of those record compilations where all the songs are cover versions. Agreed. Giving a high five. Here's Ranger. Love the old Pope sci-fi. Can't wait for Saturday. Graphic Man, you're doing the starting line that Jackson does every Saturday on Yes, I surely am. Yeah, you can't beat Barks. Hello, the library. Here's Rob Brown. Thank you, sir. Ancient Purchase is great. It is a fabulous story. Poor Donald almost has to get married. Listen to all the spoilers I'm giving. Well, that copy is probably a fine plus. All good for you. Adam 12 Lunchbox. Nope, different. Chamber of Chills. Well, thank you. And Sig says, I might have joined too late, but did you say where you picked those nice hard copies from? eBay.
Good old eBay.
Thank you, comic book curator. Sweet, baffling display. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my dad gave me that case. Rod doesn't do it effortless. Okay, good. Good. Or maybe I just think everybody's so much smoother. All right, let's go to Meyer Greenblatt. Hello there. He was up there surfing probably yesterday.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
Surfing with Mr. Spreckles.
Okay. How you guys doing? Good to see everybody. We're going to look at some comics. I just pulled some stuff off the shelf, and it was all alphabetical, so it's a lot of it looks like it's stuff that starts with the letter H. So, can you see that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Visible?
Yeah.
This is Howard the Duck #3, Master of Quack Fu. It's one of the earliest Howard the Duck issues that I got and that I read. I don't think it was the first one I got, but it was one of the earliest ones. This is a great comic book. If you haven't read Howard the Duck before, this is a good issue to give it a try and read. It's good. It encapsulates all the stuff that's great about Howard the Duck, which is current events. A lot of these, it's comedy poking fun at what was popular at the time. This is about the kung fu craze of 1974, 1975, I guess. It's good stuff. Funny. Now we're going to get into some House of Secrets. These are the issues of House of Secrets that I purchased when I was about 11 or 12 off of the stand at Safeway. These were part of the first, my first stack of 50 comic books in my collection. Obviously, none of them were bagged or boarded. They were comics that I read over and over again, and that also would be read by my friends during sleepovers and stuff, or I would take them with me to places and things like that. I would even let my friends borrow comic books, and these would be a lot of the ones that would be lent out. These House of Secrets, and I've mentioned it before when it came to how I was buying comics when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. I was really only buying them from a couple spots. It was a Safeway and a bait shop and a little ice liquor store place. And so the selection was really poor. So this DC horror stuff was on the rack a lot, and it was there a lot. Things like Marvel top titles, though, would be gone the first day, like Spider-Man or Hulk. A lot of these had great Bernie Wrightson covers, and when I bought these, I really wasn't even aware of who Bernie Wrightson was yet. This is before I discovered Warren magazines, before I discovered Heavy Metal or Swamp Thing. Like, I remember loving this issue and this cover and not even knowing who Bernie Wrightson was at the time, because I was like 10 years old. This is a great one, right? What is this Kafka thing going on here? And then House of Mystery.
Nice.
It's a great one. This is a cool Neil Adams horror cover. You see much?
Yeah, looks like a chess piece.
Here's an old House of Mystery with a really cool cover. I always love this one, right? Here's Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, wow.
I think this is Hogan's Heroes #1. I don't know. I have to pull it out and see, but I think this is, I don't know though. Is this Hogan's Heroes #1? It's #9. It's not even close to being #1. Maybe it's a reprint of the same cover that they used on #1. That's possible that they did do that type of stuff, right? This is another great Howard the Duck issue. This is Howard the Duck Annual #1. Another great, complete story that's in here, and another, good taste of Howard. If you haven't read any of it before, these are good ones to read.
And an extra story for the 1001 Arabian Nights.
Yes. I think he travels to the Middle East, if I remember right, in this, and it's good. And of course, you got Beverly in it.
Does he meet Scheherazade?
I don't remember. I don't think I've read it since it first came out. Here's the Human Fly. This is the only issue of the Human Fly that I own. Here's some Human Torch. These were reprints for these. They were good. Good covers. I think just reprints on the inside of Strange Tales stories, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen this before? Deadline?
No, I never heard of it.
Compilation title that was put out by Dark Horse, and it's really good. It's got Richard Sala in here, who's really good. It's got some good independent style, like underground creators. So if you ever come across this, and this is like late 80s, I think. Have you seen this before, Eric, at your shop?
I don't think I have.
It's pretty good. I recommend Deadline.
Yeah. Elvis Presley song title on the top of that.
Yep.
Hunk of Burning Love.
I recommend Hup as well. You find it? And I think that's it for now. That's
Okay. Good job, Meyer. Thank you.
Nice stuff. Nice stuff.
All right. Gratu, what are you up to?
Let's see. Well, let's pull out some DC horror.
Nice. Yeah.
Number 133. Oh, let's see. This
Nice
is
Dig Dug shirt. That was my favorite game in about
Yeah.
1981 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I could never play those games like Stargate and everything. I would immediately be killed in. But Dig Dug, I could go several screens enough that several people would gather. It's the only game any people would gather around to watch me play because I was terrible at every other game. Let's see. How about some Charlie Brown stuff?
Oh yeah, Snoopy and the
Yes,
Red
nice.
Balloon.
I have that. Excellent.
Of course you do.
No,
I mean, I know that you do. I didn't mean to.
no.
It's 6 printing from 67, but yeah. So that the paperbacks, I guess, were more of a 70s thing when I was growing up. And this was more the way that kids in the 60s got them, I assume.
No, I don't have that one.
The Unsinkable Charlie
No,
Brown.
I sure don't. Cool.
Huh. I'm pretty sure I got these all at the same time, and these all had the same original owner, and it's probably from and her name or his name is Peter Glenn something Johann or something. I don't know.
And he's in the chat. Hello, Peter.
This one's had a little bit of doctoring.
Yeah. Nice.
It's
Yeah, to bring it up to date.
it's Peter Johnson's, yeah. Which isn't that
Yeah.
like Peter O'Toole? Both names are kind of pseudonyms. So. Wonder if that's a real name. Probably.
Yeah, lead paint. That book must not have made it over here to Missouri.
Well, these were bought in Texas. I don't know what their history is.
I got that one that you just showed. I'm in the middle of reading it.
I just found some books in a closet. I put them in a closet because they were too depressing to look at. Because I used to get Buddy Saunders, the owner of Lone Star Comics, mycomicshop.com now. He used to sell these bricks of comics that were sealed, and they were all guaranteed to be from before 1975. And sometimes they were all books they couldn't sell, and sometimes it would be something like this, where the staples loose, and they fit,
Mhm.
and this is perfectly readable, as the people on YouTube say. It presents well. I hate all these terms that everyone comes up with. And sometimes it would be like this. No offense to you presents well people, which are still pretty horrible with stains on the back. And then sometimes, this is, I think, why I put the stack in the closet. Sometimes it'll be something like this that really presents well. Silver Age comic looks great. Yeah. I don't know what. I mean, I can't throw a Silver Age comic away, but it's not. You can't say, well, it's a good reading copy, because no, it isn't.
That looks like rodent chews.
You think, well, could these bugs come alive again and attack everything in the house?
You sure they weren't rodents? Could have been rodents.
It could have been rodents, bugs, yeah, something like that. It's just not a lot of fun to be handling a book like this. What would you do? Would you take these panels and shellac them and create some art project? I mean, it's obvious.
I guess.
I would have that thing slabbed.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
Is there a negative number that those morons give over at CGC? Can you get a negative number?
Well, the good news is, though, if you wait a while, it'll probably go up a couple of grades.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine you have a slab and it says 9.8 and that's in it.
A little PBR.
This is Stan Lee's attempt to do an underground comic with the new company Curtis that had taken over Marvel. So this was, I was showing this earlier today. This is, he got these underground artists to band together. I mean, he didn't get Crumb, but he got some pretty big artists to come along, and it lasted 5 issues. I've been going through these Marvel magazines lately. This Marvel preview run has some pretty big key issues for the key issue morons. This is the part of that Eric von Daniken craze where the ancient astronauts were our forefathers, whatever. But this is a great Neil Adams cover, and
Cheerios of the gods, right?
yeah, all of that.
Cheerios.
And all that's back now. Everything old is new again.
Yep.
YouTube and Rumble, there's a lot of people talking about the Anunnaki and how they did experiments and they bred us as slaves. And anyway, this is I guess this is the first time Punisher was allowed to have a really gory comic, and out of the color comics. This is, I think, goes for some big money. This isn't my childhood copy. I'm not going to lie. I bought this at Lone Star probably in the late 70s. But just seeing the bullets go through the guy, pretty great. But I think that's going for a lot of money I looked it up on mycomicshop.com. This one is then Blade the Vampire Slayer, which I guess I should bag and board. I need magazine bags and boards real bad. And then I got the Sherlock Holmes one, but I didn't get the second one. I don't know why. Probably because I know why. We were moving from San Antonio to Washington State. I just missed that issue. But I got several copies of this, which is, Marvel tried to have two different Vampirellas. I mean, they tried to wipe Warren off the racks by doing about 12, 14 black and white magazines to Warren's 3 or 4. And so this was their attempt. This is the son of Satan's sister, who's evil, and then they also had Lilith, Dracula's daughter. But the reason this book is really valuable is if you look in the back, it's here's the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon, which meant nothing when I was buying this book. No one wanted this book. That's why I was able to get. I saw it. I picked up several copies. Oh boy! And then also in Marvel previews, kind of where this isn't the first appearance with Star-Lord, but it's like the afro on this alien girl there. Oh boy! This Howard the Duck magazine was pretty good. The thing that was very lamentable about it was this horrible logo. It's just not a very good logo, but everything inside, except this issue, because I can't show this page. I can't show it on YouTube, but it's basically shows that Howard and Beverly were not just platonic. So, whatever. The one to get, if you have to get one Howard the Duck magazine, is this issue here where he goes to his home world. Duck World. That's I haven't read it since it came out, but it's number 6. Those of you willing to order it from wherever. Man, I don't know what to show you. Here's Black Magic number 2. Okay, I'll show one with 2 more. All right, I'm trying to find ones that are actually childhood copies because they're more significant. This is a childhood copy. I don't know how any 3rd or 4th grader could not buy this comic unless they never saw it or didn't have any money at the time. That might be a reason why. This Weird Mystery Tales is pretty great.
Yeah, that's hard to find because of the black cover. There's always a bunch of nicks and scratches. So
Nicks
Not on
and
my
scratches and ticks and
good.
That's for amateurs. Yeah, there's I thought this was the one. There's one where this monster's sinking a ship. I think it's in this run, or if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Oh, legend.
This is what really happened. What I love is the people just being bitten in half.
Yeah.
But I guess the Comics Code Authority people didn't notice it. That's so great. Anyway, so Weird Mystery has several ship sinking covers that are spectacular. So I don't know.
Pretty good stuff.
I asked some of the people were noticing in the chat, and they were making jokes about Present Will. This last Sunday morning, I was getting ready for church, and my wife said, "You can't wear that," and I said, "I present well," but she did not get it.
I just am like a Rip Van Winkle. Whatever was the way that the comic book collecting world was in, say, 1976 and back, that's what I like. So I don't like CGC. I don't like the term key issue. I don't like the presents. I don't like any of it. And so I don't mean to offend people. Well, maybe I do, but it just disgusts me.
All right. Very, very good stuff. I guess we're going to go to the great captain.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Metarog must be going back for seconds or something. So
Oh, wow. Maybe it's.
he's eating supper.
I don't have much in the way of comics today to show you. I got some other stuff, but not really any comics. I was clearing out all my. I had to clear out all my DVDs and CDs, and put them in boxes into the garage when I put the furnace in. And then I found more boxes that were in the garage I didn't know I had. I forgot all about these. I found these and I saw the name on it, and I said, "Holy crap! I haven't seen this since about 2010, I think." About 2010, signed by Larry Cohen. This is Q the Serpent,
Yeah.
the Winged Serpent, and I got the poster of this signed by him too. He signed it twice. Look at this. I don't know why he signed it twice. Maybe he saw that I had a silver marker, or maybe I asked him if he can sign it in silver, and he already signed it in. I don't know. But that was pretty cool, and he didn't charge anything for the signing. That was, unbelievable. He did charge me for the poster though. And then the second one I got, God told me to. Remember that one?
Yeah.
I think this was a film maybe that shouldn't have been released. This could have inspired a lot of
Little Steve.
bad people, this God told me to, man. I don't know. But
Didn't it turn out to, what did it turn out to be? It was like an alien or something, the voice that all these people were hearing?
yeah, this was an alien that was neither a male nor female. It was God, and God is not a male or female. They tried to imply, and that he did have both sexes, and he had a weird a female reproductive organ on his side.
Oh man, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and he tried to get this one guy to, reproduce with him, and he was trying to say that Jesus was that Mary gave birth to Jesus from artificial insemination by an alien. So the whole thing was really weird. I don't know. And then the guy, of course, on the top of the building starting to, massacre people on the street. And
you ever see Targets with Boris Karloff?
No.
That's a good one.
But yeah, I think you mentioned that sometime in one of your videos a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's
far better than what you're describing. I don't remember that movie that well.
But it's films like this that can really disturb me, and I think it probably can, inspire people that are half crazy already to do shit like this, to do it in reality. I don't know, but what else did I came across a whole bunch of CDs. I forgot about this. Not CDs, DVDs. I'm sorry. You guys ever hear of what is this? Is this the box? No. Not the box. The basket. What is it? You heard of Mantan Moreland? He played in a lot of those movies from the 30s and from the 40s. That black guy. He made those. He made those movies, man. Like On the Spot.
Okay.
A great film. I think his real name was Montan Moreland, and he got the stage name Mantan because I guess he was black, and Mantan Moreland's something like that. I didn't do the research that well, but that's my suspicion.
Well, they
But
just
then
misspelled his name.
the gang's all here. Yeah, he was born Montan, I think, Monton, or Montan. I don't know what, something like that. But these are all great movies, and for me, it's him that makes the films. Man, he's so funny. So I was happy to rediscover these here. Look at this. This is an all black cast where he's in. All-star colored cast, Lucky Ghost. I didn't even open that one yet. Here's Drums of the Desert. Is that Buster Crab? No. Never mind. I need glasses, man. I couldn't tell. It's Ralph Bird. Oh, here's a great movie, man. They Drive by Night. One of the very early Humphrey Bogart movies, and they had what's her name? Ida Lupino in here.
That's a great movie, Hans. I've seen that. It's really good. It's the two brothers that are they're truck drivers, right?
Right. Yeah.
Really good movie.
Fantastic film. And I like Ida Lupino. She was in the Batman TV series a couple of episodes as the Enchanting Dr. Cassandra, I think. In that episode about the Joker's flying saucer, she was the Enchanting Dr. Cassandra.
She was married to Howard Duff at the time, right? And he was in him with her.
He was in that episode?
I think he was in the Batman episode with her. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I know she was married to Howard Duff. I didn't know he was in that episode. The Evil Within. This, I'm not even sure what this is about. I don't know. Great classic film, The Lost World. The original. Nothing can top the original. Irwin Allen, coming in. Mystery classics. Hugh Beaumont, Gene Wallace. These are great old films. I love these old films. Oh, this one I saw at the Music Box when it came out in the theaters. Oh, as a matter of fact, speaking of the Music Box, this is where I had Larry Cohen sign these. He was at the Music Box Theater in my old neighborhood. Then he was signing there and talking about the movies, and it was really great.
Is he still around today?
Pardon me?
Is Larry Cohen still alive?
No, he died in, I think, 2019 or 2017 or something.
I can't remember the last movie. I mean, was it The Stuff, or wasn't that a Larry Cohen movie?
That could be.
I don't know when he stopped making movies, I guess.
But this is a lot of great. Most of you guys probably have either heard of this or have seen it.
Oh, yeah.
All these great cameo appearances by so many different actors. And this was a great film that my parents took me to see. I fell in love with Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Saw that in the movie theater when I was a younger man. Pan's Labyrinth. This was a great film, too. Very great film. And then the Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and 2, and then the third one. I never got into those anymore after that. But the only comic book I got, I just found this. When did this arrive? This arrived on 12/11, a month ago. 12/11, and I should open it tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday, January 11th. But I've totally forgotten about this thing. And I don't even know what it is. So I found the box, because this place down here is a mess. I can hardly find anything anymore. And I'm coming across stuff that I might have bought and ordered from wherever. And then, I forget about it for a month, sometimes a half a year. There's stuff that I found a year later. Look I never seen these before. Archie Comics, Veronica's Christmas in Germany. Anybody ever seen these? I think there might have been a series where she goes to different.
I think I've got one where she goes to France. That's from the 1990s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a brief period where Archie was getting a little better during the 90s.
This is a. I never even knew that, but this is pretty nice.
Well, just
Man.
so you know, everybody's saying happy birthday to you ahead of time in the chat. So,
Oh, thank you. I haven't been paying attention. Thank you.
You gonna do a birthday show on YouTube?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I was thinking about a live show, but then I didn't talk about it or anything. I don't know. I don't usually make too big of a deal out of my birthday, actually.
Fred Pate says he has a card on the way for you.
Oh, yeah, that's great. He's always sending me cards, man. Very nice of him all the time. I gotta start replying and sending him some stuff back. I just got this. It came from Holland. This, I think, is a Russian band called the Draculas. You guys ever hear of this? It's one of those psychobilly bands.
No.
No.
Sounds like I want to hear it right now.
It's actually, to be honest, it was the Cramps that Gratu was talking about the Cramps, years ago. He started talking about that in his videos. And I knew that I had heard of the Cramps back in the 80s, and I probably even might have listened to them, but I had completely forgotten about the Cramps or who they were or what they did until Ratu started talking about them in his videos. So I started to check them out and listen to the music, and I liked it, and that led me to other bands like them. So now I'm starting to pick up all these so-called psychobilly records.
Well, there's a lot of bad psychobilly. You need
Yeah,
someone
there
to
is.
guide you through that.
Yeah,
I would. The Cramps, the early Cramps stuff is the best. There's a Japanese girl band called the 5678s. I'd look into them.
Yeah.
And if you like Russian band, there's one called Mezzer Chups.
Yeah.
That's great. With a girl lead singer. But a lot of that psychobilly from England, I don't really like. It's like listening to French rockabilly.
But you know what I did? Before I bought this record, I actually checked out some of the music on YouTube and other sites, Spotify, and it was pretty good.
Okay, I don't know them, so
Yeah, the bad thing is you can't find us in America. You can only find it, and I found one record on a site, Bear Records, and they're located in Germany and in Holland, and this is a Russian band, and it was the only place where I could find this album.
Stuff on Bear Records is pretty consistently good. They mostly reissue old American music. They're if they put it out, it's probably great. So because we don't appreciate our old music, and in other countries like France, Germany, England, they appreciate our 50s music, and that's what that music's really based on.
I think the thing about this, though, this was supposed to be, if I remember right, it was supposed to be green vinyl, and it turned out it's black vinyl, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. What else? Speaking of the Cramps, let me show you some of these here. I picked up, I don't know what Gratu has. Maybe he's got them recorded, instead of the original, the DVDs. But this is the Gravest Hits, the Cramps.
Oh, I've got the albums and I have that disc. Yeah.
Oh, you got the album? Is it on the colored vinyl, or is it just?
Well, that's two albums put together there. Let me see the front again. That's Psychedelic Jungle and Gravest Hits. They're two separate albums that, yeah.
Gravest Hits.
Gravest Hits originally had a black cover, but I think they made it red to make it distinguished from the Psychedelic Jungle on the left.
What did I do?
That's a two record set you have there. Two albums.
Double album. Two albums.
Yeah, two albums.
Two separate albums. Cool. And then I had like this, a Frankenstein and Dracula, and the Wolfman, the story of these. I don't. I think I might even show this before. I haven't listened to this yet, but I think it tells a story of their origins or something. And somebody's talking, and there's music in the background going along with the origins of these characters. What else did I get here? Oh, Cramps, the creature from the Black Leather Lagoon.
Yeah. That's later period from the 90s. 90s
I
probably.
used some of their music on my Instagram post. And then I heard you talking in one of your videos about this one, The Smell
That's
of
a great
Female.
album. It's supposed to be a live album, but I think they recorded it in the studio and put the sounds of a crowd on it. It's great music. That's one of their best. That's great stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to
They have the theme to Faster Pussycat Kill Kill on there.
Oh,
and yeah, it's good stuff on there.
Can't wait to listen to that. This one, what is this? Ghoul Town. Okay, this is a different so-called psychobilly band, I guess. Ghoul Town, Life After Sundown.
I can't tell you anything about that band.
No, I've heard a couple of.
Oh, you tested it on YouTube before you bought the
Yeah,
song.
a couple of songs on there. Like I Spit on Your Grave. That's taken from the movie, I think. I Spit on Your Grave.
That was a very Werewolves on Wheels. That was a very common thing to take movie titles. The Misfits kind of started it, but they're a different style of music.
Find out about that when I listen to that. And then this is great, man. Ghastly Grooves. It's got all sorts of supernatural, horror-related songs on it that were involved with movies, like the well, not always with movies, but the Blobs, the 5 Blobs.
Yep,
they're on here, and there's Frankenstein by the Edgar Winters group.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find out what that is. And that's about it for right now. I think that's it for right now. I have a few other things. I'll show that in another round.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Are you sure that's it?
Well, I could show you this. I mean,
Sometimes I try to go away, and then you go, "Oh, wait, what about this?"
I know. Well, I could have showed this in the second round, but this is the Conan the Barbarian. I didn't have issue 3 because I got most of the stuff from Kevin over at Gotham City. So I didn't have this one, this cover.
Oh, that's cool.
So I bought this at my shop at Dark Tower Comics.
Did you get the Archie cover?
Yeah, I got about 3 copies of that actually because I liked it.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I have to admit.
Here's number 4. I didn't have this cover. Number 4. I think this was the last Della Torre. And then after that, let's see. I got issue 5, but I don't know where I put it. This is issue 6. And the interior art is by, I think, Bathwaite now. Am I pronouncing his name right? Probably chopping it up.
Have they changed the artist?
Yeah, with issue 5. But it's still very good art.
Is it still based on Buscema?
Not this art. No, this is Bathwaite. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, that's okay. Well, maybe you shouldn't be showing
Oh, sorry. That's just the behind for crying
Especially
out.
with Mrs. Silver Age watching right now.
that art's
I can't always see that. I mean,
I was gonna say if they
it's just a popo. That's all.
Uh-huh.
But look here. This is safe to look at. I'll look at the book before I show the panels.
it's still a little bit like a modern comic where there's not many words.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm still.
This is the first time I opened it to look at it, and I am a little disappointed in all these large. I am disappointed, I gotta say, in all these large panels. I mean, look at this.
Well,
the artwork is great, though. I mean, I love the artwork, but
there's a time and place for very few words, but it shouldn't be throughout an entire issue of anything.
right.
Okay, it still reflects the Marvel Conan a little bit.
But
I've
love
yet
the
to hold any
artwork.
of those
I love
in my
the story,
hands.
even though there's hardly any word balloons in it. I love the storyline. It's just great. It's one of the better comics that's out there today that you actually can pick up.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'll show this in a second round or also.
All right.
Let's go.
We'll swing over to Metarog. He slipped in.
Okay, Metarog.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Don't call us any names, man. Gentlemen.
Happy advanced birthday, Captain, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate that. This is going to be a bit of a hit and run because I just got a message from my boss and I need to call him in a bit. So I'm going to show it, and then I'll probably see the rest of the show while I'm working.
You're on call, huh?
Yeah. So I was on a show earlier, and on Dope Comics. So hopefully nobody here was seeing that show because you're going to see the same comments. Sorry, I just did not have time to do everything and eat and everything. So I'm a bit of a mess today. But I did want to come on today because it's my last show until I go up to the Northeast, and I probably won't be on for a while. So I did want to be on here and tell everybody that definitely love this show and definitely will be watching, but won't be on for a bit.
All right.
So here we go. Enough of that diatribe. Here, Space War number 14.
There we go.
Oh, great. 10 cents.
And look at this, Grow 2. You can win a contest, gifts and treasure.
Yeah.
And that's promoting a movie that was never made, right?
Yeah, never made. Correct. Never.
That's nice.
I like that. He called him Grow To. That's what my wife still calls.
So, I lived most of my life in Miami, and I've seen this happen before. Sometimes you get a little too much sun, and that's what happened to these guys here. They just overdid it, over on the Miami beaches,
They got sunburned pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty bad. And the wings, I guess it's a mutation from the sunburn. I don't know, whatever.
It's all that radiation, man. It's radiation.
Yeah, that's right. It's radiation. Correct, Captain. Excellent. All right. Enough of that. Here we have there's a lot of big bugs down there in Miami. So here we have a planet full of them. Praying mantis, wasp, etc.
Got a lot of giant cockroaches down there in Florida.
Oh boy, the palmetto bugs are
and they're flying all over the place and
flying, crawling, creeping. You can't kill the things either. You step on them, they just keep going.
Yep.
Here's a little Space War for you. The Enchanted Planet.
Oh, that one I actually have.
Number 29. And here is Space War number 30. Looks like somebody set up on the moon is ready to bomb Europe there. I mean, that's not cool. All right. Here's number 31. And I like the fact that somebody drew in some flying saucers because there just wasn't enough, alien stuff going on.
Cool.
Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing, buddy? Here we have Space War number 32 with this, I'm assuming an alien down there.
And a nice phallic symbol there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Captain, please, don't even say that. These guys will be
Look at it.
me.
I mean, come on. It's so obvious.
Now I can't unsee it.
I can't show
was
anything that has
obvious.
any kind of even
But I would never would have.
minutely
I never would have picked
related
it out
to that,
unless
or
we
else I get
said
the smut label on me again. Here's another Space War number 33. Thank you, buddy. And here's this looks like it's underwater, although it is Space War. There's a title, but looks like some kind of, I don't know what that is, but that looks like underwater, like bubbles or whatever. Yeah, I told you, Captain. I mean, these guys give me no leeway whatsoever. All right, I think we have some Ditko covers here on Space Adventures, number 9. And Actually, I'm not sure if this is Ditko. It looks like imitating Ditko to me. Number 10. Yeah, this. I don't think this is proper Ditko. 11. Nice bright colors on the girl there and Captain Adam. And here is number 12. Rescuing this, I'm assuming, alien lady. All right, back to the older Space Adventures series. Here we have the Beast of Baru.
Wow.
Yeah. And with these jaundiced people. You know,
Yes.
here. Yeah. And here we have Space Adventure. I believe this is 56. Number 56. The Fisherman of Jupiter. Captain Look, good Lord. And I think this is 57. Space Adventures 57. Some rocket ship action. Please don't say anything, Captain, about the symbols here. Thank you.
Oh no, there's nothing really there.
Trust me, they'll find it, Captain. They'll find it. Trust me. I've actually when I go on Cover Slingers, which is on Saturday on Green Man's channel, I go through and I purposely say, okay, there's no way you can make any sexual reference for this. They still find it. So here's, yeah, I'm targeted. Space Adventures. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a nice series, though.
It was, yeah. It was. You know, a lot, anthologies, just, somewhat karma, moralistic stuff. But yeah. So that series, for whatever reason, the last issue, Space Adventures presents UFO, but it's number 60, the very last issue. So maybe they had some kind of, I don't know, idea about what they were going to choose direction or whatever.
Well, it looks like they came down and they captured the writer there on that cover. So, yeah.
What do they call UFOs now? AEPs or something?
Whatever.
Stupid.
Whatever. And then there's a one-shot here called Outer Space, which is actually like all reprints, I believe.
See, that one, I think, and I don't know for sure, but it looks like that was intended to be a Flash Gordon cover, and they altered it slightly. What do you think?
Could be. Yeah, could be. Could be. Yeah, could be. It does have that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
All right, last few here. Number 5. So, looks like, what does it say there? Magnet of Magneto. Or is that Magento? No, sorry, Magento. Not Magneto. Magento. They transpose the letters. And here we have number 6. The Hunter's Planet, Planet X, and the Long Patrol. So you got 3 great stories for 12 cents. What is that? 4 cents a story? It's not too bad. And last one, number 8. It's a small planet, but it's a very large alien. There's a ship down there. Let's see. It looks like a Jim Aparo cover here. So he did some stuff for Charlton for quite a while. And that's it for me, guys.
Oh, thank you, Roger. Appreciate it.
Sure, man. I definitely wanted to come on here. I know I said I would, and then things got crazy, but I love you guys, love the show. I'll definitely will be back.
Brain was busy reading something while that was going on.
Look at that.
Well, that's great art.
Yeah.
Just getting my daily, required allowance of Gil Kane art.
Is that a GK? Is that a GK cover?
Yes.
Of course.
You really see up the nostrils on that lizard creature.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Have a good evening.
All right.
Take care, Roger.
Take care.
And,
Bye.
and we're going right to Eric.
All right. We're going to start with something that came out today. I wasn't expecting to get this, and then I wasn't expecting to like it. Turned out I loved it. It's if you treat it like a what if. In this version, J. Jonah Jameson's a good guy, and he runs the Bugle with Ben Parker. who is alive, and May is gone. And Peter's 35, married to MJ, 2 kids, but was never Spider-Man yet because that was taken from him. And then I said, it all unfolds in the story, but tremendous art, great story. It was really surprised at how much I liked this.
Did you guys get enough of that for the demand?
I don't know if there's a demand for anything anymore in this industry.
Well, Kevin at Gotham City Comics said that people were coming in he'd never seen before looking for that issue because they'd sold out at the other stores in Mesa.
Well, the number one selling book right now is Amazing Spider-Man, and it is the entire series is being done out of spite to stick it to fans that want Peter and Mary Jane to be together. This came out today, the Doctor Strange Epic Collection with the second half of the Strange Tales and 10 issues of when it switched, when the numbering went to his series.
It's color?
Yeah. These Epic Collections. That's the good news. Bad news, they are $50 freaking now.
For a soft cover book?
It's pretty thick.
What's
that?
I'm just saying, for a soft cover book, 50.
Well, I mean, it does. It has.
You get
Strange Tales, 147 to 168, and then Doctor Strange 169 to 179, Avengers 61. So that's a lot of it's
a lot of great stuff.
Yes, this came out last week or a couple weeks ago. I finally got that. And the latest back issue. I don't even know if I've shown these, but
not in a while. It's good to see them.
So I figure I've had a week to forget, and just like I forgot to check see if I had that, and it turns out I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, yeah. It's like you're still reading it.
Yeah, I probably started it and then found something else. And that was Shiny Penny, and let's see, there's Jughead.
Oh, cool.
Fauci.
Yep.
Number 92.
Wow.
97. Yeah, I'd like it if that Ultimate Spider-Man starts crushing Amazing in sales. It won't change any minds there because they're all ideologues and idiots, but
what are they doing with Mary Jane? How are they handling that?
Oh, in Amazing Spider-Man, she's sleeping with some guy named Paul.
Oh no, that you don't do that.
Good
grief. The only person that doesn't have a chance with Mary Jane is Peter Parker right now, because the guy that wrote it before, that undid the Gwen Stacy, slept with Norman and had his babies, left to go to Substack. So they basically are punishing him and us by undoing, because he had Peter, Mary Jane on the precipice of getting remarried. And they said, Pet, you're not getting that. And they've turned Peter into pretty much an unlikable prick.
Is it just to emasculate him?
I don't know. Joe Quesada once said that he couldn't imagine a science nerd being married to a supermodel, and then wanted the Peter Parker character to be with somebody more like his own daughter. So one of the characters became kind of like an insert for his daughter. Here's Charlton Premier.
They just want him gone to replace him with Miles Morales. If you heard William Shatner was complaining today that all the Star Trek promotions for all the series, they've completely wiped him out. The Kirk character, you still see Spock, but they don't like him because he's just he doesn't look right.
Yeah, the black lesbian from the new show is the most important character in the history of Star Trek, according to the promotional material. Well, if they, I've said that before too, Ken, but they wouldn't have greenlit this Ultimate Spider-Man, which is a happily married Peter and Mary Jane,
but he's not Spider-Man.
Well, why the reason why he's not is the main character of this new Ultimate Universe altered the events of that day so the spider didn't bite him, but a AI version of Tony Stark undid that at the end of the issue, so now he's going to get the destiny that was denied him.
Man,
it was really, really good. Yes, 116.
Yeah, I don't know. Nice.
Yeah, I said, Ken, I'm very, very cranky when it comes to new comics now. And so I said, yeah,
Nice.
for me to like it as much as I did, it really did. It really
I
was
trust
good.
you on that. It's just I have no ability to buy it since there's no store here. But
Well, I said, next time you talk to Kevin, ask him straight up, because is it worth getting, and see what he says.
he can't. He's sold out.
Well, I mean, I'm
He
sure
didn't know to order enough.
They might be able to get more, but
You'll
here's
probably go into a second print.
Pauline Peril number
The
3.
Perils of Pauline. Yeah.
It's an old issue of Pep.
Man.
Here's, I think, 198. I'm glad it had the front cover because it doesn't have the back.
Oh.
Issue 223. Hey.
Uh-huh.
Got to do that in a while.
Yeah.
Ripley's number 11.
There we go.
Here's number 15.
Nice.
Number 16.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you wear a South Jackson, so 18. 31.
Did you get these all at once or over the years?
Little, well, both, but well, I mean, over the years, yeah, it can't be both.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong? I mean, I've just got stuff piled up everywhere, but I added to it recently. A lot of these things, I mean, I can't even sell. They present well in these bags, but if you take them out, they'll just crumble.
Really?
Oh God, some of these are just we're just crushed.
How? Oh, look at that, man.
Now, Rod, I hope you're still here because I should have shown this last week, but I think I told him I found this. And this is another one. Like I said, this is just beyond destroyed.
Oh, I see a little stain.
Oh yeah, and that's. I mean, there's the corner there. Yeah, it's.
Who cares?
It's not like that Action Comics.
Yeah, you've got lenticular covers. This is a spineticular cover.
Yes. Is that Lone Ranger you showed in really good condition?
Oh no.
Oh, that's too bad.
Space Family Robinson 21. Yeah, I found the Secret Squirrel the same day as I found the Atom Ant.
Oh, yeah.
Not to be confused with Adamant. And that is it for this round.
Well, thank you, Eric. The reason I mentioned that Lone Ranger, I plan to show that next week because I don't have it yet. But it's got a great back cover, and didn't know if yours still had its back cover. So
that's a good question. Let's see.
People are just dying to see it now that I mentioned it.
All right, let's see if it does.
Yeah, I guarantee you guys, you won't expect this cover.
It's going to be something psychedelic, maybe.
That?
Yeah. Yes. Isn't that awesome?
Put lights on it. It could have been Dr. Silver Age's Christmas hat.
It's going to be the new silver so they can be diverse and inclusive.
I plan to show that to y'all next week, but I just couldn't resist. It just struck me funny. In the little eBay ad I saw, they showed both covers, and I couldn't believe it. So, and we want to welcome Spinnerack, who has just snuck in.
Hey,
Metalog Lee, one Fossil Leaves, and one Texas.
Oh, Metalog was on? Okay.
He was there just a minute ago.
Well, I should have been here 45 minutes ago. I'm going to rant just for a moment. About 30 years ago, I live in the very southern suburbs of Denver. I work downtown. About 30 years ago, we started spending billions and billions of dollars on a light rail system. And tonight, I sat there for about 40 minutes waiting for a train. They had 2 cancellations of my train because they can't hire enough drivers. We've got all these homeless people. People complain there's no jobs. And here in Denver, at least, they cannot hire enough drivers. And so it's just colder than hell out there today, brutal wind. And, but anyway, so here I am. All right, enough planning. So I grabbed the stack of comic books. I don't even know what the heck I have here. Looks like, if you need a job or somebody wants a job, move to Denver. Our RTD district can use your help. So there you go. A little bit more FF. One of these days, supposedly they're going to be coming out in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be better than late movies of late.
I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Heard something about Antonio Banderas being Galactus.
They also said that Reed's character is so shitty that some actors passed on the role.
Yeah.
This might have to go into my Halloween bins because kind of looks like Superman's facing off with the mummy there. And Rod, I think you were on. It's got your little go-go checks there. And I have I bought a Christmas issue of Howdy Doody, and it was one of those where they had 3 or 4 books with it, and so I got these extra ones. This is not something I usually would collect.
Do you have any of there's a rip-off of that where it's just called Television Puppet Show? Do you have any of that comic? It's hilarious. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, Gratu, I don't.
Let me look it up.
I don't have any.
It's
so here's some of those power records of Star Trek. The art not so good on the cover there. Captain Kirk just doesn't look quite right there.
Well, Neil Adams does some of the art maybe inside those Star Trek books. Am I wrong?
Well, it kind of has a feel to it.
I don't know if he did the cover, but he does interiors on some of those power Star Treks.
I hope he didn't do the cover.
Well, he may have done it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think I have that. That's awesome.
Yeah, then I don't know if Marania's around, but here's a little Iron Man. And then this, here's a good artist. Speaking to Neil Adams, this is a really great cover. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love that cover. I have that.
And Hans, here's one for you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rogers TV Fun Time. Look at that.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and I'll probably need to put that in my Halloween bins. I like to break these my Christmas and Halloween stuff into separate bins. That way I don't have to go searching for them. Yeah, my camera is going crazy.
There you go.
Ooh.
There we go.
Nice book.
I'm not sure who the cover artist is there. Cardi, maybe? I don't know.
Jim Aparo.
Aparo? Okay. I don't have a lot of Charlton, but
That's a great cover.
Steve would be proud of these. And here is Scarlet Witch. No,
Yeah.
Sure looks like kind of Scarlet Witch, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure does.
And Mike, I know you collect a few of these.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and this is one that's been freed.
Cool.
Now, how do you smash them out? What do you use, a screwdriver?
Gratu, I use 2 screwdrivers. One that's real thin, and then a thicker one. And I generally have to use the thin one to kind of start it, and then I can get my thicker one in there, and I just pry that sucker open.
Do you start at the top?
A lot of times I'll start at the bottom.
Huh.
Now I will tell you, there's, CGC has had different versions of their holders there. I don't know whether it's a current one or not, but there's one that just is really thick and difficult. And I've actually had to a couple of times take a hammer to the corner pegs.
I was thinking of using a hammer with the one I've
Yeah,
got.
it just depends on which case you have. But some of them with with the screwdriver are pretty easy. Oh, here's another one. This is another one that's been freed.
Apparently, some people are on YouTube are showing how to remove books because in part of this new controversy, they're showing how easy. And the guy had a heater; he was heating it up.
I've never tried that, but that sounds like it would work
Like
pretty
a
well.
hair dryer or something.
Cool.
This is kind of cool. And I kind of like this negative looking outline of the creature there. Let's
I've never
see.
seen that.
Oh, there you go. See, so from 1960.
Table saw. I'd be tempted to do a 30-06.
And here's another one that I deslabbed.
Did you break them out because it wasn't CGC or just because you wanted to read them or what?
Oh, because I wanted to read them, and they had no business being slabbed to begin with. I mean, I got them real cheap. I mean, the person, I would think, unless they had hardly anything into this comic book, they lost money on the slabbing.
Yeah, probably.
So, all right, Micah, that's all I've got.
Oh, hey, great, fantastic stuff. Captain, are you in a hurry?
No, I'm all right yet.
Okay.
I only said that earlier because I'm on medication right now. So
All right. Well, it wouldn't be around for me if I didn't show some of this guy.
cigar.
That comic strip just seemed to end. I mean, when did it end? And did
I don't know.
it's just like at one point it just realized that he's not around anymore.
Okay. Showed this to Gratu and Meyer a couple weeks ago, but it's kind of beat up. But Adele for 50 cents. You just can't pass one up.
50 cents. Man, that's,
Yep.
that's great.
It's a little Superboy.
A lot of the stores around here where I'm going in Chicago, they're changing their dollar bins into $2 bins now.
Well, they're building back better, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Yes.
By the way, this is a great cover. So notice the plane crash.
Yeah.
This guy's getting shot in the back.
Wow.
These people are falling to their death from this train.
Man, that's
There's
great.
a fire.
What's the issue number on that? It's
$2.98.
from about 76,
Yeah.
late 76, I guess.
298. Got a little blurry there.
Great.
And I never had this, so
Whoa.
I got this for 50 cents.
50 cents, man.
Yeah. Number one. I had 3, 4, 5. There was the Weird War Tales, number 41.
Look at that cannon.
Shooting right at him.
Right through him.
Another Weird War. This cover's by Ross Andrew. It's the Robot GI. And we may have to mute someone's microphone real quick while I show this. But fortunately, he was busy texting somebody.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He just didn't pay attention to it.
And I never had this issue number 5. So I finally got it. That was a big mark for the Micronauts back in the day. What an odd choice of title color. It almost makes it look like somebody took a marker
Yeah,
It's
and
hard to
yeah,
read.
it does.
yeah. But anyway, pretty nifty art there. And a little pep. He's filling it up with water and dig. I don't think his jalopy never looked this good. And one more to make it a quick round. The Phantom Blot. Always a favorite. Okay, who do we need to go to? Meyer? You still with us? Good. Head your way, big fella.
Hey guys. So excuse me. More comics from my childhood collection. Some Hulks. Now this is like the first run of the Hulk that I ever like achieved by being able to find 3 issues in a row at the grocery store, which was like a near impossibility, right? In 1975 or whenever these were. But this one right here,
Yes.
this one, these 2 issues are in really good shape because I probably read them twice. This issue right here was read by me like 5 times and all of my friends over and over again just because of this amazing cover, right? And because
Yes.
the Hulk had a girlfriend. Now, the issue before this that I have is this. Like, it's like 6 issues prior. So it's 1975. So, and it's not conducive to reading Marvel comics in 1975 the same as it is with DC. Because, you know, DC, you have complete stories in each issue. Marvel is 2, 3, 4 issue story arcs at this time. And you're a little kid, you're just jumping in the middle. Your whole life, you never know what happened before this. You might never know what happened before this. Everything you know about the Abomination comes right here. You know,
Yeah.
so that's what was so great about having Stan Lee's editor's notes and stuff, and the flashbacks that would happen that would teach us about the stuff that had happened before our time. This is one of my first Hulks that my Aunt Emily bought me. But it was a frustrating thing that would happen, right? Here's one of those JCPenney reprints. And it's the one with, it's got a Harlan Ellison story, right?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, it's written by Harlan Ellison.
Yeah. Rated the story.
Yeah.
A little curious.
Not even the Hulk on the cover could save this title.
No, no.
It's like not even. Here's a great detective cover with Robin getting fried.
Yeah.
Well, it was the 60s.
This was one of my favorite comics as a kid.
Mhm.
This is just so readable when you're a little kid. This is a great comic for any 12-year-old. If you have grandsons or something, pass that on. Here's a great
nice
cover. Here's something Micah has a collection.
Yep.
Do you have this, Micah?
I have it. Yeah, it's a good one.
Here's the Funky Phantom. This guy.
There was I'm glad you liked it. I couldn't believe there were so many of them. But
I think this was 1976 or something like that, right around there, right?
oh, look
What
at
does
good
Fonzie
night.
see in the crystal ball?
Yeah.
A career in producing, executive producer role later on in life. Something like that. Believe it or not.
Excellent.
Not Brand X, the giant size one. This is a really good one. Here's a comic that was given to me by my mother because she knew that I liked Tarzan. Right? Imagine,
Yeah.
yeah, thanks, Mom. It's not Tarzan, but thanks a lot. Here's a key issue. This is the first issue of the New Adventures of Huck Finn. Right? First appearance of Becky Thatcher.
Huh.
And that's it for the comics. But I'm going to show you some books real quick and give some recommendations and talk about some stuff that I probably talked about already. So we'll start with American Splendor and Harvey Pekar and literacy in comic books. This is a guy who self-published, and a lot of what he's doing in this stuff, when you look at it now, in a way it's really similar to YouTube. So he's almost making YouTube videos before you could make videos. So he's writing comics that aren't about comic book heroes or any of your typical genres. It's slice of life stuff. It's about real life experiences that he's experienced. Look at these guys hanging out in front of the Polish Women's Club, right? Having a conversation. And he's doing stuff that nobody had thought to do yet in self-publishing. Look at this. This is really like YouTube. Look, travel tips and Chicago restaurant reviews. He gives a review of the El Taco Loco chain. He's writing all of this, but he's not drawing any of it because he doesn't have any artistic ability. So what he's doing is he is getting friends of his that are artists, like Robert Crumb, to draw the stories, but he writes all of the words. And it's mostly just him in monologues telling stories about what happened to him on any given day. And then in addition to that, there's deep introspection and literate moments of him thinking about his life as a file clerk working at the Cleveland Veterans Hospital.
There was a movie about all of that, wasn't there, Meyer?
What's that?
Wasn't there a movie about all this?
They made a really good movie later on about all of this after everything happened. But early on, it was this is all the stuff that you want to find. Now, these issues of American Splendor, which are magazine size, they're kind of difficult to come across. But the best way to read this stuff is in this Doubleday book, American Splendor, or this is more American Splendor. Here's the first one is American Splendor. This is printed by Doubleday in the early and mid 80s after he gained some fame by becoming a regular guest on the David Letterman show. Now, this is put out by Doubleday. It's like a greatest hits. It's a compilation of all the best stuff from those magazines that we were just looking at, with a lot of Robert Crumb artwork. Really cool interactions. A lot of the stuff is interactions with his coworkers at the hospital, and it's word for word scenes that happened to him, throughout his life. And it's really cool stuff. I really recommend it. It's a lot different than your typical comic books or anything that came before it. There's stuff that came after it that was like it, but I can't think of anybody who made regular life into a comic book the way that Harvey Pekar did. This is a really good book. I think we've had it on here before. Someone has shown it. It's Action Mystery Thrills is what it's called. It doesn't have much of a title, but the entire book is really well done color plates, and it's thick quality paper. And there's some great stuff in here. Like, look at this image. Really
tempting to buy a second copy of that and rip it apart to frame those.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Beautiful. I guess the only cutaway, or the only slight, is that everything's double sided. They're not like plates. They're
Yeah,
you'd have to buy 3 copies.
Right.
Yeah, you'd have to buy 3 copies. But there's so much great stuff in here, you guys. This is it's beautiful. So pick this up if you can find it on Amazon. Very good. Another recommendation for you guys that I've talked about before, and it is Peter Bagg.
Yes.
Hate, or Buddy Bradley, or in this case, this is the Buddy Chronicles. So this is a large collection of work of different stuff. It's a compilation of Buddy books, like Hey Buddy, Buddy the Dreamer, and the Bradleys. with an introduction by Crumb. This is also a slice of life type comic book, but with a kind of abrasive art style that takes time to get used to. But the writing is so funny and so enjoyable and entertaining that I recommend you pick up the comic that he put out is titled Hate, but you can find other stuff just like this, these graphic novels. So I recommend this Buddy Chronicles. So this character, Buddy Bradley, is one of us. I guess he's supposed to kind of be Peter Bagg, but he's a comic book dork like we are. But an underground kind of creepy hippie type one.
And he's into music too, as I recall.
Yeah, and he's into records as well. Just as well. What I forgot to mention about Harvey Pekar is Harvey Pekar wasn't really a comic book guy. He was a record collector, and I don't know, an intellectual, but kind of like a back alley intellectual, self-taught, just a guy who probably barely made it through high school and worked a government job, spent 2 years in the army, didn't like superhero comics. He liked old golden age funny animal type comics and pulps and old records.
It's kind of like an 80s beatnik, throwback to the beatnik era.
Black Hole by Charles Burns. This is great stuff. If you haven't seen this or read this is a really good science fiction horror graphic novel with beautiful artwork. It takes place in the 1970s. It's about a group of high school students, and it's about an alien STD. Is how I would describe it. It's about an alien entity that transmits as a disease between these teenagers. Takes control of their minds. This is Legal Action Comics. This is a compilation of undergrounds. You can see you've got Crumb, Spiegelman, Spain, Kim Deitch. Bunch of good stuff is in here. More just underground hippie stuff. Some of it's funny, some of it's weak, but some of it's got depth and quality to it. Speaking of depth and quality, we're almost done. We're going to look at these. I've shown these before too, but only briefly, and I wanted to show them because I think this is something that Mike is interested in. This is Walt Kelly's Our Gang, and these are these graphic novels that were put out by, I wanted to say it was Kitchen Sink, but it's not. But they're really great. This is all of Walt Kelly's work on the Our Gang strip that was in Dell Comics in the 1940s, I think. So there's 4 of them. This is the first one. Second one.
You have to be my parents' generation to know them as Our Gang, because everyone that grew up in the 50s on know them as Little Rascals because they were renamed on television. That's great. I didn't know they had done all that.
Really fun stuff. A couple more things. This is another anthology. This is another cool underground thing that if you come across, I recommend you pick this up. An anthology of graphic fiction, cartoons, and true stories. More interesting, independent, underground type creators that you've never heard of before, probably doing really cool stuff, some of it. And a lot of what's in here is stuff that is, I would say, inspired by Harvey Pekar, because it's the beginning of this idea of making comics literate and slice of life. And this is the last thing I'm going to show. It's my newest pickup. I just got this the other day for a great deal. I never read these when they came out when I was a kid. This is a really cool hardback compilation.
Oh, they've reprinted all of those?
Yeah.
How? That's a new print? That's something brand new?
I don't know if it's brand new or not. I picked it up on Amazon.
I mean, I've got all the original issues. Why am I wanting that? It's insanity.
It's nicely done, and there's I think there's one more. It's 1 through 8, no, 1 through, so there's 1 through 9, and then they've added an issue number 10 that wasn't actually produced at the end. Is that right? I think so. It says something here. It says, a modern take, wanted the world's most dangerous villains, number 10. As a special bonus, 3 additional stories included that could have been an electrifying 10th issue. That's what.
Oh,
So yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed what I just showed you. And
Oh yeah, a lot of great stuff, man. A lot of interesting stuff.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. All right, Gratu, what do you got going?
well, we're talking about your grandmother, buys this comic. Here, you like Tarzan, and it's not Tarzan, it's the
Yeah.
Jungle Twins. This is what I was talking about. This could have fooled a lot of grandparents that, oh, I know you like Howdy Doody. How about this comic, Television Puppet Show? And it's, that would fool a lot of people into thinking it's Howdy Doody, except he's not a cowboy. He's a Davy Crockett guy. They put out 2 issues of that. Speaking of cowboys, I've shown this before. I remember for Vietnam, Modern Sniper Training. It's from June 67. I need to make a color copy of this and put it in a frame and give it as a gift to the guy that runs the barbecue shop near, because it's all John Wayne stuff decorating the restaurant. And then next door, he has a gun store. And so this would be a good thing, color copy of that on his wall.
You would love that. Yeah.
Steve Ditko left The Amazing Spider-Man, and you just wonder what it would have been like if he had just stayed on. And you can always visualize what would it have been like, But you can kind of do this with Harvey Kurtzman, who created Mad and then had a disagreement with Gaines, and then Feldstein stepped in, or Feldstein, however I pronounce it both ways. It's like, do you pronounce it the or the? But so he did a little comic called Humbug that was smaller, actually slightly smaller than a regular comic. Kurtzman, after he left Mad and over disagreements on the way it was going. So that was, I've got some copies of that, but they're not here. But the next thing he did was with Hugh Hefner's money. So it's this slick magazine called Trump. And so, you could look at this and think, well, by the late 50s, this is what Mad magazine would have been like if Harvey Kurtzman had stayed in control. And it's in a lot of ways very similar to what Mad wound up looking like, this, parody ads and stuff. But and he has a lot of the artists come along with him. Will Elder's all over this, and but it was a very expensive, because it's got color and everything. And, Hugh Hefner was paying for this, but I think he only did a few issues before he just pulled the plug on it. So there's comic strip parodies. It's quite a bit of Little Abner parody. It's not very different from Mad, but there is a slight difference, and well, some of these things I can't show. A little bit more risque than I see what he's doing. He's what is he does parodies of pocketbooks were the new thing, so he's these are like classic books, but he's got like real suggestive book covers like they would do. So, Oliver Twist, it's very Mad like, but and then, it's got text stories making fun of there's Daisy May there. I only have 2 copies of Trump. I don't know how many issues came out. This is one of those black covers having a cover like this probably doesn't sell many copies. Kurtzman liked to do these covers that were kind of crazy like this, where you can't even read it. In fact, what does it say? If you're reading this, you're introvert. Anyway, it's absolutely tiny. You cannot read it, but putting it up to the microphone of StreamYard helps. But anyway, so it to me, it's fun, but it feels more kind of like what National Lampoon would later become.
The guy that you just showed in there, you showed up. There's a character in there. He looked like Norman Osborn. There were three.
Oh, well, this is where this great thing comes from. This Will Elder. It's a parody of a pulp, and this is always the alien's got a can opener, so I'm gonna open up her helmet.
That'll be an STD right there.
Huh?
That'll be an STD. What Meyer was talking about.
Okay.
No, what Meyer was talking about in his.
Oh, right. Here's a parody of a Camel ad with Sergeant Bilko, except it's Sergeant Bilker, but it's you know, and then so basically, Kurtzman and Elder stuck together. I mean, they'd been friends since high school, and the next thing Kurtzman did is with James Warren. He did Help magazine. And through the 60s, and this is where some of the very first Robert Crumb was first published in Help, and Terry Gilliam, that later went on to be the artistic side of Monty Python. I think he was the art director for Help for a while. So I don't have that many issues of Help either. Oh wait, here's an issue of Humbug. This is the one that was before Trump. There was a little comic book sized one, and then he did a magazine. This is before the one I was Trump. So this is his first attempt to continue on and do a flip the bird at Gaines and continue to do his vision of Mad. And so parody of Muscle magazines. So it's you got Elder's art is always great. He did. Man, there's one of these that has a parody of the movie Rodan, which is something Mad would have never done as a parody of and it's this issue. It's very strange. He uses this odd typeface, but it's Rodan, NRA, we do our part. Matt always did parodies of the big Hollywood movies, but to do a parody of, a movie like that is a little different. I'll put that over here. Anyway, man, I know I have other issues of Help. Where are they? But anyway, this is like one of those issues where they show a bunch of the covers, and they always had celebrities on the cover, Jonathan Winters, Dave Garroway, all the big, there's Jerry Lewis getting hit by Sputnik. But Help, this was James Warren's money, and a lot of the underground artists, Kurtzman got him started in Help. And then both Kurtzman and Elder just went to Playboy and did Little Annie Fanny for, pretty much that was a guaranteed income, and Hefner kept them employed, which was, I think, a waste of their talent. But oh well. This is another magazine that Warren put out, which is always fun to do this with your face. But I don't know. There's too much to show. These screen thrills were showing up all over the place in Dallas a couple of years ago. I guess there was someone that had 20 copies of each one that sold them to Duncanville Books. But they're, Warren thought, well, if Famous Monsters is selling, why don't I do one that's kind of about the old movie serials? And, it's cool when they color the old stills like from Flash Gordon.
Wow.
It's kind of about the action adventure films. There was just a lot of nostalgia in the 60s and 70s for the 30s and 40s. And that's I've just got a bunch of Warren magazines in here. Of course, this is one that is one of the greatest covers on any magazine ever. Right up there with that National Lampoon. If you don't buy this issue, we'll kill this dog. And they've got a gun to the head of the dog. I don't know. Just going through magazines. I'll probably show these on my show at some point soon. Oh, here's a magazine that never was made. This is a dummy of what the cover would have looked like on my magazine if issue 19 had been made in October of 1997. I was going to try to do a color cover in the early days of color entertainment for ghouls. And the back cover, it's got a little bit of cleavage. I probably shouldn't show that. I'll just cover it up. I mean, there's no nudity, but it's Iris Bristol, and she's kind of in front of all the apes from Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I just don't want to be controversial. Anyway, that was something I was doing in the 90s, a little fanzine. I was trying to be ambitious and do a color cover. It's probably the first time that's been seen by the general public. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to show, but I sure would like some copies of Television Puppet Show.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Captain, what do you got?
Oh, well, I don't know. Here, not much. I just discovered this. I got recently Rusty and Her Family, number 21.
Wow.
There's a little kid over there. Look, man, this one got out. But what's interesting about this is it's was compliments of Dr. Pepper Bottling Company.
Well, that was nice of them.
Oh, and what is that, Kansas?
Yeah, Seneca, Kansas.
Ah.
It's got some mold going up and down here, molding stains, but otherwise it's pretty nice. Yes, I had that, and I did, this was kind of nostalgic for me, but I used to eat a lot of cereal. I still eat a lot of cereal, and whenever there's an opportunity to get, some kind of a mail order premium from the cereal companies, I try to go for it. And then I got these bowls here. If you buy 3 boxes of mini wheats or some other kind of cereal, you get a free bowl. And they made like 5 of these bowls, so I got them all.
That Elf on a Shelf has become a huge thing. If you've been around last couple of decades, 15 years now, every kid, the parents put a little cloth elf hidden in the house in a different place every day. So then they know they're being watched by a scout elf that reports back to Santa Claus. It's a new Christmas tradition that started in the last 15 years, that elf there. And it's just a way to get kids to be used to being surveilled by their phones and TV sets and everything around them. But it's a new thing.
Yeah,
Elf on a Shelf.
Yeah, the Elf on a Shelf.
Yeah. Someone made a lot of money with
They made
that.
5 of these things.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops. You can mix and match, the different cereals. I mostly got the mini wheats and Frosted Flakes. And you get the 5 different. You get, for every 3 you buy, you get a bowl. So that's a lot of cereal, but and they had the Corn Flakes one with Santa Claus.
Oh,
Norman Rockwell. Couple more. I got some papers. Toucan Sam. Follow your nose. And the last one. Rice Krispies. Oh, I used to eat these all the time when I was a kid. The Rice Krispies. Snap, crackle, and pop. Brings back a lot of memories. So it's kind of nostalgic for me to be able to get these bowls.
Yeah.
As a free premium, Nice. And that's about all what I got here. I think I'm going to be heading to bed now.
Okay, Captain.
This stuff is knocking me out, man. I'm taking Xanax right now, and it's knocking me out.
right.
So
Good stuff. We'll see if you have to slip out.
yeah, I don't know. I might be doing something tomorrow. Maybe uploading a video. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens.
It's not enough new shows being put up on YouTube. I'm having to watch these people bringing out slabs, and it's driving me crazy.
Oh no, more and more slabs coming out. New videos.
It's like, this was such a bargain. It was only $7,000, and I'm thinking, you MF, if I had $7,000, it would solve all my life's problems. And you just bought some comic you'll never read, and don't care anything about, because there's the first appearance of a character you can't even pronounce the name, don't know who it is, but you read on mycomicshop.com it's the first appearance, so you got to get that. And it's like, oh, never mind.
I'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, guys. Take care, man.
All right, Captain.
See you
Good night, Captain.
Hans.
Good night.
Take care, Hans. Take care, man.
Bye.
I
All right,
get
we're
so
gonna-
mad watching YouTube people. I need to stop, but I can't.
We're going to slip over to Spinner Rack again.
I don't really have much more, but some very small stack here.
Yeah, look at that.
Here's an old X-Men number 26. Werner Roth cover, although Jack Kirby is also credited. So I don't know. Maybe Jack did some inking. I'm not
Really
sure.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, nice cover. And then I'll just kind of end with some stuff that Micah probably likes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's nice.
I suppose I can tell you what issue numbers they are. 79.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, I like the colors of the bugs.
Yes.
It was a superhero book for a little while, right?
Space Ranger.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he qualifies as a superhero.
Yeah.
This is issue number 49.
Oh wow, that looks brand new.
Well, you can see it's got some spine issues there. Look, there's a big one right there.
Yeah, it gives it character though.
And it
But,
presents
yeah.
well, right?
It presents well, yeah.
It presents well.
Yeah,
But
that's
the primary characters really are pretty nice. It's got good colors, so
Yeah.
and then the
that's
last
just yeah. We need to start using that line with our wives or girlfriends
Yes.
or whatever. You present well. Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
yeah. And here's the last one I have. This is issue number 64. This one doesn't quite present as well as the other one.
Very nice.
All right, there you go.
All right. Thank you so much. And with that, we're going to go to Eric. But before we do, Poison Nova says, "Great show, dudes. Made my day to see real passion for collecting." That's what we have here, hopefully. And hopefully you can see we got an eclectic mix. I mean, I do little books, do posters. Today we had cereal bowls. So who knows what we're
Talking
going
about
to do.
music too.
Yeah, it's music, of course. Got great record albums. So, all right, now let's go see what Eric's going to do here.
First, Eric's going to say 65-year-old Steve Borden just went through a table again.
Oh, not again.
Who's that? Wrestler?
Sting.
Yeah, Sting. Or if it's Tony Schiavone saying it's Sting, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm 3 years away from 65. I have enough trouble sitting down to a table. Anyway.
Was he Sting before the singer Sting? If he's 65,
Yeah, he was
88.
his original character. That was actually earlier than that, but it was after a character in Blade Runner, I think, is who he was fashioned after.
Right. But
oh okay.
he was supposed to be Stinger, but
Yeah, and there was I think they did a thing where they were both on the same talk show once. They was Sting missed. Anyway, in the tradition of the
thank you, Curious Joe.
Raiders of the Lost Ark character. This is going to be a short round.
Oh.
It's a buddy of mine at the store that we kind of sell him the more adult comics that we really don't want to carry anymore because it's more trouble than it's worth. So we just kind of like bypass everybody and give him good deals on them. So he bought about 500 or 600 of these from somebody, and he just gave me a stack of them for Christmas. So I figured I would show those.
Yeah, never see these.
Yeah, this is 1957.
Are you talking about the European Digest comics?
No, these.
No, I mean the ones that you want to not have.
No. They're just like stuff like Razor or like Cherry Pop-Tart, things like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
We used to carry that stuff, but I mean, you guys said. I mean, I personally could care less, but it's again, you find more of them just taken out of the bags and.
I remember when comic book stores had back rooms for those type of books.
Yeah, I went into a family video store once that I was told had a porn room, and I never believed it until I opened the door and I go, "Holy shit!" And I thought, "Why isn't this door painted green?" you preverts will get that.
It's the only one I think that caught it.
Well, that's probably just as well. It means we've got a nice group here.
Oh, nice.
I just said that. There's a handful of amazings. Here's let me jump to 1969.
Yeah.
1970. What's this new stuff doing in here?
Yeah.
These kind of died off, what, about 75, 76, you think?
Or 1980.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's even got a UPC code.
Yeah, it's taller than the other ones. You know what? Who's not smiling now? This guy, because he's about 90.
Could be.
He might be smiling, demented. They're real happy in some nursing home.
If he got kickbacks from all the covers he was on, he was smiling for the rest of his life. Here's Imagination. Well, the date's gone from it, but
that looks 50s.
The moon.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's see what.
I bet it's 57.
58.
Could we see the back cover on it? It looked like a cool ad. Oh, okay.
The Infinity from doesn't say.
On the spine, does it say?
56. No, this one doesn't. I guess they ran out of room because they had to put Harlan Ellison's name on the spine.
Oh, well, that's early for Harlan Ellison.
56. Here's an issue of The Saint.
Wow.
And you can get a bunch of Earl Stanley Garner, hardcovers there. And let's see, when 62. And here's one from 57. And Galaxy from June of 1968.
Ooh.
And that is it.
These are good.
And now these are the ones that, I said he couldn't be bothered with. So I'm guessing his buy was pretty spectacular.
Yeah. Must be.
But hey, you can't beat the price of free. So that's
no. And the few I showed, I'm getting addicted to them. I just love them. So, all right, I guess that's about it for tonight's show. We appreciate everybody. We had Metarog joining us briefly for a while, and Captain Strange Life's already had to depart.
Just for the night, folks.
Yes. Thank you for dropping in. We've had at one point 45 watching at the same time. That was great. So
what's the record you've had?
That's 45, yeah.
Oh, tonight was the record. Oh.
Yeah.
But we have broken 40 for the past 2 weeks, which is nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Keep coming back.
I appreciate it. And we thank everybody. Everybody showed great stuff. It was fabulous all around. We will see everybody here next week. Same time, same channel.
Michael?
And I just hate to pull the plug. So, but we'll say goodnight and happy drawing, everybody. Till next time.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching.
First time I've ever found myself in agreement with Jackson.
What do you say?
That depart and pull the plug should never be spoken here.
Yes, I've done that before. So good night, kids.